Welcome back to Bellevue College, ladies and gentlemen, where tonight we have a treat of a matchup, a real Kryptonian clash between the reigning USL2 Northwest Division champs 4 years in a row and currently unbeaten Ballard FC come across the bridge once again to go head-to-head with Midlakes United. As always, my name is Ethan Callahan, and joining me on commentary once again to my right, Maggie Blome. Now, Maggie, what can fans of the home side be looking for their club to try to do and pull off the upset tonight?
Thanks, Ethan. What Midlakes will need to do is control the play on the flanks. Ballard are lethal in the wide areas of the attack, and it's one of the deepest positions that Bayern have. Midlakes fullbacks, E.G. Hada and Josh Harding are going to need to have standout performances to keep the wingers out of the net. This is the top attack in the division, most goals scored as a club in the past 2 consecutive seasons, and Ballard boasts the top mark in that statistic once again so far in 2025 USL2 play.
It will be a tall task for the home side. Midlakes United come into the matchup sitting second bottom of the table with just 1 point from 2 matchups that they took away from home at Tacoma Stars. Although a big win could see them fly all the way up to 3rd in this young campaign, Midlakes United will need a huge day though. Not only are Ballard unbeaten, they come in tonight ranked 3rd in all of the USL2 across the nation.
The numbers are heavily in favor of Ballard, but if Alex Notska can replicate the form he has been in since the opening kickoff of the preseason friendlies, there's no reason Midlakes can't put up a fight and get a result out of here at home, or at least put something on the board.
Certainly, Maggie. Midlakes have the opportunity to be the side who take the possibility of invincibility from Ballard tonight, but will the Titans of the division be able to hold off Felix Fu's side and continue the reign of the Supermen? It's going to be an epic battle tonight. Starting 11s, anthem, and kickoff next. All right, tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Ballard FC. In goal, we have number 13, Charlie Lanphier. Ballard will set up in a 4-3-3 with the back four consisting of captain number 24, Kai Briscoe, number 7, Davis Mungomba, and number 2, Christian Inman, and then number 3, Lucas Hannon. The midfield 3 will set up of number 6, Apollinar, number 25, the Ethiopian international, Abesalam Zaminfez, we got it that time, and number 8, Joe Dale. Front 3, number 10, Amon, number 17, Spats, and number 19, coming back from injury for his 2nd season at Ballard, Ray Mendez. And the starting 11 for your home side tonight, Midlakes United. In goal, making his season debut, number 30, Fred Ryder. Backline unchanged from this past matchup away at Tacoma Stars, A.G. Hada, Tommaso Cassidy, Angel Martinez, and Josh Harding. Setting up in the 4-4-2, so the midfield crew would be number 23, Alex Natska, number 29, Habib Berry, number 6, man of the match away against Tacoma Stars, Alan Escalante, and number 7, once again, Jason Buezo. Francisco Magana returning to the lineup after being substituted at halftime in the previous matchup. He'll captain the side today, and his strike partner will be number 8, Jack Ryan Jeremiah. Midlakes United is coached by Felix Vu. Ballard FC will be coached by James Riley tonight.
We certainly have a night of good soccer ahead of us, Ethan, and just a couple things about the lineup that I was noting to you before we got on air here. Jack Ryan Jeremiah was in the midfield recently, and that's where we're used to seeing him, and Notska. He and Notska are kind of switched. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think that's about? And you were at the Tacoma Stars game. I was not, unfortunately. So based on that, is that a switch that was made because of that game?
I would say not necessarily because of the game. I think it's more to give Notska a little bit more time to run onto the balls and to set plays up for the team. It seems to be he's one of the better passers that Midlakes have, so letting him play the midfield role. His goals are still probably going to come because, as we know, there's a bit of a fluid 4-4-2 for Midlakes. So he should still get his scoring opportunities. He's leading the club in scoring, on pace to break the single season, which would also be the all-time scoring record for the club. And then Jack Ryan Jeremiah, he's also a solid finisher. Both guys are good in front of goal.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on the part where having Notska back a little, on the outside of the 18-yard box maybe will be a little better. Our last home game against the Portland Bangers was a little bit, it was a lot of a struggle for Midlakes, but mostly because the offense was resorting to kind of target play because the Bangers were shutting down the midfield so bad, and so we had our targets up there, and Notska didn't really get to, show us his magic that he usually does. They shut him down pretty well. So hopefully moving him back here will give him more space, to do his thing. And we have a lot of players like that tonight where it's our our third game in the season, and we're starting to we have our first two out of the way. The dust is brushed off, the jitters are gone. So this is where we start building and we start being consistent. And so I'm excited to see what these Midlakes players have to bring, because we're starting to see what the rest of the season, or the whole season is going to look like, not just the beginning of the season.
Absolutely. Could have been much a different story away at Tacoma Stars, giving away a late penalty to be the leveling goal, ending 2-2. And again, we bring up his name quite frequently so far in this pregame, but Alex Noska just a few inches away from being a hero. His free kick hitting the top of the bar.
Shoot.
And just going out of play.
I think that was a theme in our last game. We talked about the Bangers game before they played Midlakes, where they had majority of possession but still went down 3-0. We were talking about how there's going to be some disparities of possession and the scoreboard, because these are such good soccer players, and a lot of them are teammates, but they're now opponents tonight. We were talking about that earlier too. They play on college teams together. So I definitely think a lot of these games you could watch the game and not have the scoreboard in the screen, and you could probably guess, and it would be a different score than what's on the screen. So I don't doubt Midlakes put up a great performance against Tacoma, but it would be great to get our first dub of the season.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good match. It'll be a tall task to get the win here.
Yeah, we can't. Why would we be out here if we didn't have to try to win?
Exactly.
No sense in showing up.
Two tough matchups, back to back. Home against Ballard, who have played 3 and 1-3 on the bounce. After this one, in just less than 48 hours, Midlakes will go away from home to Snohomish United. Brand new in the club, brand new in the league, I should say, and they've won 4 games on the bounce, scoring 7 and conceding none.
Wow, Snohomish is definitely a strong club throughout. I know in the high school club scene, so where a lot of these guys were a few years ago, Snohomish is definitely a dominant force in those leagues. I look forward to getting the results. So we have a couple storylines here in this game that I want to talk about. First off, the Ingman brothers and the fact that one of them used to be ours.
Reunited. We do have some returning players. Yeah, Nee Ingman, all-time leading scorer last season for Midlakes United, returns. So we'll be on the bench tonight. And Zach Ramsey also returning to Midlakes United. Gatorade Player of the Season in high school a year ago. Now wearing the orange and white.
Played for Mount Si High School.
Correct.
And goes to UW?
Goes to UW, University of Washington midfielder.
Yes, and we have a lot of local college talent on the field tonight, as we often do in these USL2 games. We were saying earlier there's Seattle U, SPU. What were the other ones? We have a Utah
State. We have some University of Washington, as we mentioned as well, representing the Washington. So we also have Western Washington University from up in Bellingham as well.
Do we have a Gonzaga?
I don't believe we have a Gonzaga facing us tonight. No Spokane.
We had one last week.
No Spokane representation, as often there is in Seattle.
Yeah, I definitely think it's really special to be playing people that you know. A, because you know their play, so you know how to defend them, and you know their weaknesses. And B, just because it heightens the competition, the friendly competition, and the fact that you'll be seeing these people in a few months at fall training, and be like, hey, I beat you guys, and they're going to hold that against you. So you're playing for that, and it's honestly just more fun to be playing with people you know, because I don't know, Ethan, when you know the people that are going against you, it makes it so much more personal, and the conviction of the tackle, it means something. Every single tackle.
You definitely go in ever so slightly a bit harder to win the ball
100%
on the touchline. And the celebrations might be a little bit more intense as well if you're going against some teammates.
Yep. We have a good color contrast on the field tonight. I really like this complementary colors.
Ballard will be in one of their 2 new kits this year, with the orange socks, orange shorts, and the orange shirt, all orange top to bottom. Midlakes will be in the home uniform with the white socks and the ice blue shirt and shorts.
Yep, and we have some highlighter colors.
We do have the highlighters in the middle. Absolutely, we have 4 tonight. We have the main center, 2 line officials, and then an official 4th referee for the first time this year. So we'll have some correct added times.
All right.
Once again, Ballard fans bringing a strong crowd over here to Bellevue tonight.
Not surprised, honestly.
Biggest club in the division.
Yeah, not a bad drive. There is some traffic going eastbound on I-90, so going home might not be great, but it was smooth coming over here, so easy for Ballard
Always got to
fans.
be some traffic in the Seattle, Bellevue,
Apparently
Tacoma
there was a
area.
pileup, so
That does track.
yep. And we have the players helping take the Midlakes logo off the field. That's very sportsmanlike of our Ballard opponents.
Very grateful.
Oh, we have a
that they're-
couple. No, those are all Midlakes
Those are
players.
all the home
Sorry,
players.
they were going towards the Ballard side, so I figured they were Ballard.
Very grateful. Those things are much heavier than you'd expect them to be.
Really? Are they? Yeah, I guess poster material.
They're vinyl signs.
Mm-hmm.
Promise you they're heavy because I put them there myself.
Yeah, Ethan, if you don't know, as a watcher right now, Ethan puts a lot more work into the Midlakes operation than just the play-by-play that you hear. It's a ferocious volunteer, as Trincy would say.
I do appreciate the shout out. We are just a few moments away from getting set up here. Both sides huddling up.
Both sides of the field equally shaded and not shaded. No sun field, same as last week. It's a
Another-
good time of year to play soccer on this field, you know, right where the sun is in the sky.
An absolutely beautiful day outside here today as well.
Oh yeah.
Much less things floating throughout the atmosphere as well, so
Toad, I forgot about that. That was bad last time.
alright, on your screen, as you can see, Midlakes United will be attacking right to left, and Ballard then left to right.
We started on our left side last 3 home games.
Little flip around from the traditional. Midlakes will get possession first. We'll see how much of the possession they come home with tonight. They are the underdog, so
I think that's the key here. We saw the Bangers doing it, and I was kind of making making fun because I was saying I was bored that they were passing around their back line so much, but it works. If you can have possession, keep it, even if you're not doing anything interesting, especially playing it safe against a big team like this. Definitely.
it is a strong side. They opened up their campaign with a friendly against Chivas' U23 side. But Midlakes will start with possession, and as we say, they're going to go right to the back line here.
And Ballard will start with a high block. As you can see, they're evenly matched up with Midlake's shape.
Magumbo on the ball there. Davis Magumbo's a German international, former Bayer Leverkusen youth player, finding his way all the way to Ballard FC and USL too from the German Bundesliga. Ironically enough, Ballard FC are chasing invincibility this year, which is an achievement that Bayer Leverkusen did accomplish last year in the Bundesliga under Javi Alonso.
I'm really liking the pressure here from Midlakes in their offensive third. I think first 10 and last 10 of each half are definitely the areas where you want to pounce in your offensive third like this, so good job.
Absolutely. A lot of energy coming out for that opening 60 seconds for Midlakes, as well as something they may need to be able to keep up. Long throw heading in towards the box. Magana couldn't get on the end of it, and Ballard get a little bit of a scramble, but they'll get it out of the 18-yard box and into their attacking setup here. Maybe even set up a counter. It's going to be dealt with quite easily by Martinez. And Fred Ryder is going to get his first touch of the season.
New guy in pink.
Fred was with us last year, didn't see much playing time.
He was with us last year. Okay, he wasn't. I haven't seen him play yet this season, so I'm excited.
Season debut for sure.
Different style than Bieber, would you say?
Certainly, much of a smaller keeper
Okay.
than Bieber. Couple passes around the back. Christian Inkman sending it out for a teammate. Christian Inkman's been with Ballard FC since day one. All 4 seasons of the club's history. He won the lot. Division titles, Western Conference titles, and of course Ballard's national championship in 2023. An achievement they are certainly hoping to replicate again this season.
Number 24,
wing,
Briscoe,
crosses
looking
in.
back post.
And Notska dropping deeper than we typically see him. He's going to send it all the way out and clears the danger. Let his coach take a touch and get him warmed up into the game. Mendez going to try to run on the end of it. It's going to go across. It looks like it's going to be a Ballard corner.
All right, starting early. Gonna send our tall, or Ballard's gonna send their tall center back into the box.
Certainly.
Number 2, Christian Ingman.
Christian Ingman is definitely a target man on set pieces. Not going to get a chance to get a touch on that one, but Ballard should retain possession here. May have to recycle.
No.
Play it long, deep in, and it should be easily claimed by Ryder. Routine for the
First
keeper.
grab of the season.
So a few opening minutes here. Both sides are having a bit of an open go at the game. Midlakes not sitting back, not showing fear or respecting the little table or position of Ballard.
Yeah, Ballard's definitely winning the. I spoke. Midlake just got one. Winning the balls in the air majority of the time. That I think is just because of the size of their defense.
Strong play in there by Buezo, but as you were saying, there's not quite as big as the Ballard guys. Ryder, they're making a bit of a dangerous run, but
A header from the goalie, was that?
a header from the keeper. Not something you see.
I
Jeremiah
like that.
now can set something up, try to find a teammate. He does. Picks out Buezo in some space.
Good look there.
Deep lying cross in, shouldered away by Christian Ingman. Cross just a little bit behind Francisco Magana. But Midlakes are showing a lot of fight right now.
Ballard's definitely favoring the up, back, and through method for clearing balls out of their defense, and it's been working so far. However, Midlakes just did get a turnover off of that, so we're going to have some possession here. Hopefully, they're struggling with connection in the midfield, like between the midfielders in their last home game, and I'd like to see more of that because we have such good soccer players in the midfield.
Magana now trying to head it on for Jason Buezo. Christian Ingman's going to outrun him, though. Villanfier on the ball. Bit of a mistake there, but he's got some help from his teammates. Very well coached side is Ballard.
More activity on the left side of our field than I thought there would be.
Definitely seems to be a little bit more spread out than what we've seen from the first 2 league matches. Barry couldn't quite stretch out and keep hold of that one.
Yeah, I was just expecting Ballard
Good
to
tackle.
be more offensive.
Escalante stepping in. Man of the match away at Tacoma Stars. Magana can take a shot. He's going to set up a teammate. Buezo back to Magana, and it's cut out. But Midlakes will get a corner out of it.
Did Buezo have that shot, you think? I couldn't really see because he's kind of like across from us.
I would say he
crossed it to.
Yeah, I was going to say he's more
Magana.
laying it back off to his captain and striker to
Yeah,
put
so
it
I
in.
saw him lay it off to Magana, but do you think it was Lanafear was just right in front of him and he couldn't take the shot? I thought he had it for a little bit.
And the corner will whip in. Set up here. Not a bad delivery. Barry, the only one get to it. Heads it
touch.
back up into the air. Punched away, but not very far. Midlakes will retain possession. Barry. A lot of speed there being shown by the defender. And he's going to win possession there, coming off a very good, strong showing for Ballard so far defensively. No surprises.
Yeah.
Certainly this is a pace of play that won't be able to be kept up for the entirety of the 90 minutes.
Yeah, you know, I definitely agree, but we do have 3 sub windows. Depends how the coaches utilize them. They can bring new life into the vibe of the game.
All very true. Spats now can run onto it. Got 2 defenders in front of him. Would be a tough cross to get off, and he certainly doesn't. Strong block by Martinez there. Not quite sure if that's going to go out for a corner or a throw. I got the beer tents.
Let's see where his hand's going.
Looks like it'll just be a throw in front of the post Dak Brewing tent. strong friends of Midlakes. The Memphis cross to the penalty spot was only met by a nice blue shirt.
Nice attempt at a clear there. He could have gone a little wider, I think, to feet.
Like Midlakes could have had a chance to counter there, but the playoffs was just a little too far ahead.
Yeah, I think it was the right idea to lead him and, you know, believe in your teammate's speed, but
certainly
Ballard's definitely going directly to the Orange Sox, and I think that's why they probably have had less turnovers.
Very controlled, well-coached side yet again.
Yeah.
Might have to keep a tally of how many times I say that tonight. Twice in 8 minutes. Memphis on the ball.
As you can see, our Ballard back line kind of transitioned to a 3-back, and it looks like our left back, Briscoe, went all the way up. And I think they've been doing that where they pivot across and go 3-back with the fullbacks going up. And there's been an extra winger on the side to catch the garbage balls against the discard.
Bit of a mistake here. Could be set up. Spats couldn't get on the end of it. A strong clearance from Martinez. Gagne's going to be called for handball. Not quite a dangerous area here, but something that Ballard can certainly draw something up together. Apollinaire will be standing over it. Make sure it's set still, and back to Mungumba. Christian. Midlakes showing good pressure. Not quite a gegenpress.
Definitely good options from Ballard here in the midfield.
Strong play from Hada's going to win a foul. And the Midlakes left back is going to come in. Like we said in the intro, going to need to be an outstanding performance from both sides of the back line.
But short with it. Yeah, and so far the both back lines have the most touches in the ball out of the players on both teams, so definitely says something about how both teams are approaching this game at the start.
Ingman's going to head it out and cut out Midlakes a chance to counter. A little too tall for Boiso to win that ball in the air.
A little too tall for everyone, probably.
Just a little bit. 10 minutes have ticked away. Been a highly entertaining game, no score. Magana now setting up a crossing opportunity. Not quite what he had planned with that one.
Curved out.
Apollinaire will send it forward. Jack Ryan Jeremiah trying to get a touch to it. Oh, Kai Briscoe will carry.
Nice speed from Barry up here. Getting back to defend. Pushes him back.
Barry certainly earned his start in the starting lineup tonight. Great performance away at Tacoma Stars. Really helped control that midfield. Flag does go up for offside.
Brewing is a proud sponsor of Midlakes United. At Post-Op, you can count on a satisfying Pacific Northwest lineup as well as
Got to find the ball. It's sailed across and over the wall.
You'd think we'd have a few extra, no? I think this would be the place.
No ball kids. No ball kids helping out today. That might solve it. That might be what's going on. Looking for Magana. Couldn't quite find his captain. Now Ballard have a chance to
50-50.
get forward and attack a B. Barry just slightly behind. Giving Briscoe a chance to find a teammate. Looks for the San Diego State man. Heading through. It certainly has the feel of a boxing match where two fighters are going into the early rounds trying to feel each other out.
100%.
Spats. Apollinaire couldn't get on the end of it. I believe it was Martinez who got a boot to it at the end. Shot on it, it's good! Ballard's gonna land the first blow, the uppercut to the jaw. And I believe it's either Amon or Mendez are gonna get credited with the goal. In and around the scramble. And it's an early 1-0 lead for Ballard FC. Well, commentators curse as soon as I say they're trying to feel each other out, not land any punches. The goal opener
Lands a punch.
Lands a punch.
You know, that was Ballard. Midlakes looked discombobulated. They were on their heels. Ballard looked faster and just more composed in that time. But I definitely don't think that's how the first 10 minutes have gone.
No, I don't. I agree. I don't think the scoreboard is really reflective.
Yeah.
How it is. A 0-0 score definitely was more of the feel of what we're up. But now Midlakes have a chance to break. A little 4-on-4 going forward. Nice little move there, but sought out well. An easy call.
Some dirty D there.
Right in front of it.
I felt like on that goal there, Ballard seemed a lot more comfortable going to and just keeping the ball, having it on their foot. It wasn't like hot potato. It felt a little hot potato for Midlakes there.
A little
and
bit.
I think that's what could have done them in.
I will correct myself. I believe it was Joe Dale who scored the goal.
Oh.
Right, number 14. Ballard certainly finding the space well. Briscoe can run on to the end of that. He's going to get there, plays across, looking for Dale, but ultimately not finding anyone.
Great horizontal movement there from Ballard. They just went kind of corner to corner of the field.
People still showing up to the game, coming in late.
Oh, yeah.
Ballard fans are here, but not a lot of noise coming from the Ballard fans, though. Certainly, Portland put up more of a wall of noise in the last outing. Dale gonna run into some space and find a teammate. Well defended on the run.
Definitely we're in a mid-block here from Midlakes.
I see what you did there. Only 2 ice blue shirts across the halfway line. It almost seems like
Yeah,
they're
we're in a low block now.
a little scared of giving up a second goal.
Yep, a little scared of that fast break offense.
Dale's going to be called there, I believe, for a high boot. I would have to say that Josh made a little bit of a meal of that one and won the call.
High boots are always funny calls to me.
Yeah.
I think it's funny in women's soccer, it's a lot of the girls who did dance, and they're like, I'm just flexible. I wasn't meaning to.
I wasn't trying to kick anyone in the face.
They're like, I just know how to do a split jump.
Stay tapped into everything across the USL, including the latest highlights, scores, news, and exclusive chances to win. Download the official
Looks like Casaday will be taking this free kick. Some instructions and a word from the center referee there to Alan Escalante. Casaday will send it long, and Ryder overrules him.
Everyone up here.
Not a bad call, given how this game's going. Wonderful kick
Given
there.
how that long kick went, too.
Defended well by Briscoe, though.
Goalie to goalie.
And we will do it again on the other side. Lafayette's going to have him, Magana make him pick it up. Decide what he wants to do with it. Drops it down and finds Zeminfez, playing a bit of a holding 6 role.
Very open in that holding 6 role, might I add.
Certainly, lots of space. Ballard, another chance, cross blocked up. He's going to go for a goal kick.
Amon's having a lot of success here on the left wing, just cutting in kind of right where the corner of the 18-yard box is. If you were to draw a diagonal line through that is almost the path that he's taking. It's been open, I'd say 2 out of 3 times here.
And a bit unlucky to not win himself a corner with that rebound. Bit of a loose pass played there from Martinez. Briscoe taking full advantage. Notska looking for a foul, never going to get that one. Dale might get that one.
Got
Still
corner.
no call. It'll go out for a Ballard corner.
Barry tried to get that one out for a throw-in, but touch was a little too light.
Just a slightly too late.
Looks like we're going to have a long corner here, as most of Ballard's players are in line with the back post.
Looks to be an in-swinger here. Ballard are a large team, so lots of crosses into the box.
Lots of headers, options.
That's a good delivery there, but it's going to find Jason Buezo in the end.
Nice clear. Let's hope we get forward movement here, close the space.
It's his left foot right to it. Captain crossing it into the box, headed down, and Fred Ryder couldn't get down to it. And the backflip is hit. Kai Briscoe scores his first goal of the season. Lovely cross coming in from Luke Hammond, and Kai Briscoe gets on the end of it. And what seemed like just a quick jab of an uppercut to the jaws quickly turned into a 1-2 punch. And Ballard now have a 2-0 lead in just 18 minutes played. What do Midlakes need to do to keep this one from getting away from them?
Yeah, I think it's very clear, in my opinion, or from where I'm sitting. There was a moment of transition. Midlakes had it after the corner, and it got sent up. It was a great clear. I believe it was by Buezo. Yes, it was Buezo, cleared it up, and the space in between the defenders didn't get closed. They stayed in their low block, and they basically waited for Ballard to counter and send it into the box for that cross. So there wasn't very much proactivity, and they didn't close the space down. They didn't take up the field. If you want to move up the field, you have to push them up the field. They're not going to let you do it.
This side is champions for a reason.
Yeah.
Midlake's inaugural match was away against Ballard FC. It ended 4-1. The return fixture last season was a 2-1 win for Ballard FC. They're going to need something coming there. A loose ball. Ooh. Can Jeremiah get there? No. Phenomenal play there from Zemenfez to keep the mistake from costing Ballard their 2-goal lead, and it looks like there will be a little bit of discipline going out there from the official.
Good step from Lanfear too. Definitely came out strong on that and scared our men in blue off the ball a little bit.
We nearly had a repeat of Aston Villa and Manchester United's final match of the Premier League season with the keeper and the shot call. But nothing to be. Midlakes couldn't get a shot on target. The home side failing to record a shot 20 minutes into the match.
Oh, I haven't even thought about that. We don't have any.
And it seems like a push off the ball here. Now Ballard will get it straight back. Midlakes are certainly in danger of this slipping away.
Definitely, and if they stop getting angry about these goals and these concessions that they're making, that's how it slips away. Is when they're okay with it.
Has played directly to Ejihada. Now Natsuka. See if he can get the ball and go. Briscoe so quick, closing him down and finding a teammate and winning the ball clean.
Keeping this pace of play up, Ballard has been so impressive this first 20 minutes. Just fast play, and honestly, I wouldn't say throughout the entire 20 minutes it's been this fast. We have a corner here from Ballard.
Cheap corner given away there by Harding.
I wouldn't say it's been this fast for the entire 20 minutes, but they've done a really good job at controlling the tempo and slowing it down when they need to, and then just coming back and pouncing. I think that was their last goal was completely attributed to that. They slowed it down, and Midlakes was waiting for them because they've been kind of messing with the tempo of this game, so they were thrown off.
Ingman there almost on the penalty spot, but Ballard take it short. If this result holds, Ballard would go top of the table. Would go level with Snohomish on matches played, but be top on goal difference. Both sides would be a perfect 12 from 12. Midlakes could set up a break now, but there's nobody there.
1v5 up there.
Tough to hold it up when you're fully swarmed by an opponent. Briscoe will reset. Magana gives chase, but only really feigning the attempt.
Feigning is such a fancy word. Vocab.
Gotta switch it up a
like
couple
it.
Different times.
Yeah, word of the day.
22 minutes down, 2-goal lead for the visitors. Briscoe in a ton of space, has his own area code right now. Gets on the end of it. Goes for a nutmeg, but couldn't quite get it through the legs of Ejihada. And it's a goal kick.
Briscoe has been such an offensive fullback. He's the way I like to see the position played, just because it's the most, when you're on the field, it's the most fun to play it. It's kind of tiring because you're having to go up and down, cover your guys, and then there's a fast break on the wing. But it's kind of really fun because you get to do it all. Yeah, and you get to come in and surprise people, you know?
Very Dutch style of play for a fullback. Certainly seems to be somebody who would have watched a lot of Ajax. Urian Timber at Arsenal.
Wonderful long ball from Ryder there.
And finding Briscoe again. Briscoe is a captain this side many times. Plays almost every minute of every game. Jeremiah can get on the end of it, but the offside flag is going to come up for the Midlakes number 8. And that seems to be a bit of a microcosm of how this opening 25 minutes has gone. It did start well for Ballard, for both Ballard and Midlakes, I should say, but the scales have certainly been tipped in this one.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Just the way the soccer looks right now, the dynamic between the two teams, Ballard looks more prepared, I'd say, just confident, and we expected this at the beginning of the game because of how they are on paper.
Very strong team, but 90 minutes do get played. Anything is possible. Midlakes conceded just 8 minutes into the Tacoma Stars match. Went down 1-0 at the break. Took a 2-goal lead after 2-1 lead after that, I should say. Penalty's going to go down, and it's going to be a penalty. Oman wins the penalty. It's given away. I would believe it's Escalante gives it away, and now Ryder's going to have a huge test.
How do you feel about that foul, Ethan?
Very
liberal,
undisciplined.
A liberal foul, if you will.
Tackle, I would say, but Spats, the center target man in the 4-3-3, is going to take it. This is going to be a quick one. Ryder guesses right, but he can't get to it. A strong penalty taken by Spats. And in the blink of an eye, just 15 minutes gone from the time we said they were waiting it out. 15 minutes go by. It's a commanding 3-0 lead. And this one seems to be nearing a formality already in the first half.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think these games, you know, there are a lot of moments like these in sports, especially as a newer club for Midlakes. I remember broadcasting for a football team that went 0-10 on the season, and you have to extrapolate more than just what's on the scoreboard from those types of games and build for the rest of the season and for the games that are going to mean something. And not that this doesn't mean anything, but the games that are the wins, they happen because of these losses.
Definitely.
Not that this is a loss. I think we definitely still have some potential here.
It is not over yet. We've seen 4-goal comebacks before, but that was also Barcelona with MSN and Amman. And he couldn't quite get on the end of it there. Dale couldn't get a shot on target. Couldn't get a shot off. Ballard so far have taken 3 shots, all on target, and all have found the back of the net. One of them, of course, being that penalty just moments ago.
Have we had any substitutions yet, Ethan?
No substitutions to come on just yet, which is to be expected. He's got a chance to run. Ryder's going to come out and clear it away, but not very far. Needs to get back. Him way off his line.
Nice
Barry.
touch there.
Ballard FC's midfield right now is absolutely a dominating force.
Yes, they have the pokes, the 50-50s. Some scrappy defense definitely coming out of our midfield.
Ejihada now looking to just try to set up a counter punch. To get back to the boxing analogy, Midlakes United is certainly on the ropes, if not even backed into a corner. Martinez. Natska getting a foot to that, wearing the 23. And he's going to win Midlakes United their first corner of the afternoon, second corner of the afternoon.
Yeah. However, we'll have an in-swing corner, so I like the chances of this one better. We're going to get Natska in there.
Escalante will be providing the option for a short corner as well.
I don't want them to do a short corner.
Typically on set piece duty for the Bellevue side. Seems like you're gonna win the gamble. The shot, it hits the side netting.
I mean, first shot on goal of the game
First
for Midlakes.
Soccer season is here.
Shot is a shot.
Is the official ticketing partner
You
of
miss
the
100% of them that you don't
Download your
take.
USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats.
Well,
And we'll have a goal kick here from Linfier. Gonna go long, as they have been kind of almost the kickoff style of goal kick, where you go up to one corner of your attacking third.
Barry getting up well for that one. It's not all doom and gloom for Midlakes United, but who would you say is standing out on the pitch wearing blue today?
I would say, I'm going to say Barry in the midfield, just the way he's been playing so scrappy. As I said earlier, the pokes in between the legs, you know, the 50-50s, getting in front of passes that look slow, even if you're not actually going to step. I've just seen him trying the hardest out of all of our midfielders, although I just think our midfield is our shining aspect right now. I think Jack Ryan Jeremiah is also being very tenacious, and I can see his face from here. He just looks locked in, you know, concentrated. Yeah, what about you?
I'm fully agreeing on Barry. Barry's always got a high work rate. As I said, he earned his spot in the starting lineup tonight with the performance away at Tacoma, and he certainly seems to be holding on to it as best as he can right now. The way Ballard have really just almost been a flock of vultures to every second ball in the midfield.
Yeah, they just seem to have Midlakes figured out, you know. As I was saying, they just seem more prepared. And I don't know if that is pregame preparation or just the skill differences.
It's a good step there. Jack Ryan Jeremiah, as you called. Barry's going to play in Natska. He's going to run on the end of it. He's got Briscoe on his tail. Good touch there, but maybe slightly too high to really be fully effective. Natska went for a shot there. I don't know if that would really statistically count as a shot, but certainly giving it a look at goal.
I think he's just trying to get it in the region.
Martinez trying to find Natska again. He plays ball in on target, or towards the penalty spot, I should say, and Lamphere is going to easily clean up that one.
I would have liked that if it was a chip to the corner, maybe.
I think that might have been what he was going for.
Oh.
Not a lot of blue shirts in where the ball found its direction. Half an hour played.
15 to go.
Briscoe throws it into space there. Not a single blue shirt moving towards the ball.
We have a full low block here from Midlakes, as they must be expecting this fast break offense that has already allowed them to concede 3 goals.
Strong one there, but Ryder should be able to claim that one. And he does, finding Alan Escalante and Habib Berry. Certainly have been a bit of the engine of the midfield for Midlakes United, although didn't quite get the car very far in this passage of play. Stepping in, cutting, can he find a cross? He does, but it's going to go over the head of Joe Dale. And Briscoe could have whipped it in, but he plays a dummy instead. Looking to win a foul, and he's going to get what he wants. Natska's unhappy. Not necessarily with the referee, maybe with himself a little bit for falling into exactly what Briscoe was trying to get him to do.
That'll happen.
Bit of a dangerous area. Hammond will stand over it. He's captaining us the side today instead of Briscoe. Also Mendez.
2 wall here.
And it'll be Mendez.
Nice organization of the wall by
Hammond
Ryder.
takes in it, and this shot will be weakly hit in the direction of Ryder. Be the first shot Ballard take to this afternoon that does not find the netting. Although still not necessarily a save. Instructions being given back and forth from the Midlakes side. A couple people interchanging, a little bit of a skewed pass there. Still gonna work out now. AG Hada can run onto the end of it. Mendez, he needs some help there. Alex Notska is just slowly jogging, almost leaving Hada all by his lonesome. And then Midlakes are gonna cost themselves possession for it. Bit of a mistake in communication, I would say,
Yeah.
over here on this left-hand side in front of us.
Yeah, I think my overall assessment of Midlakes right now and just throughout the last 33 minutes, they seem a little frantic. Maybe not the first 10 minutes. They were pretty good the first 10. Frantic and just one step behind. And we knew that it was going to be a fight going into this, but I'd love to see them regain some composure and confidence because we saw that just for a little bit in the first part.
We certainly did get a glimpse of what this game could have been. A very open played few minutes. Now the referee's going to blow play dead as Jason Buezo is on the floor. And Felix Vu is going to call over his entire side and have a little chat on the sideline. Oh, probably a wise decision here, as we were saying. A bit frantic, some communication not quite going the way of the home side here, as well as the score.
Yeah.
If you're Felix Vu, what are you trying to tell your team right now?
Chill out, first of all. Just first of all, chill out. I think, Ethan, I think he probably gave him a great pregame speech about how this is going to be a fight. This is going to be a hard game, a battle, and he's probably going to refer back to that and edit it a little bit and be like, hey, now we're in the battle right now, so what are you going to do about it? And, it's really, the coach can only do so much. It's up to the players and the leaders on the team. We have some more veteran Midlakes players, as veteran as they can be for this young club, and I think those are the leaders of the comeback if it's going to happen today. Felix Vu can only do so much from the bench, and he has a game plan, and I think they're trying to execute it right now, but just not with the right composure and enthusiasm, and that will start from the players, not the coach.
Certainly.
What do you think?
I'm in full agreement with you. I mean, it's not like they didn't have a plan of attack, but, as again with the boxing theme that we keep bringing up tonight, as Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
And they've certainly been punched in the mouth now 3 times. And it might be a little bit of time to switch the plan. Every time you see Ballard in possession of the ball, there's no more than 2 blue shirts across the halfway line, and the other 8 seem to be standing a little bit still. And if not standing still, then are a step behind the ball at the moment.
Yeah, waiting for the long ball.
But we are back underway. No substitution. Midlakes will be playing down a man at the moment until Buezo can re-enter the pitch, but see if anything comes of that. It's a Memphis from the top of the box. It's popped up. Ryder couldn't clean it up once. You're going to need to make a double or a triple save. At least a single or double. Very, very dangerous look, and Ryder deals with it. It's about the best highlight we've gotten from the home side this afternoon.
I agree.
Dealing with it down a man. Buezo's back on the pitch.
Yeah, the most fight we've seen from a Midlakes player so far, I would say.
Ryder is a good keeper. Did let in the first 3 shots this afternoon, but overall,
Takes 11 to let in a shot,
Solid between the sticks. He shows off his skills right there wonderfully. Hada carries it over the touchline, and it will be a throw for Ballard FC.
I don't doubt that Midlakes can play with clean touches and composure because we've seen it before. It's just right now the way that Ballard is knocking them, it's bringing down their level of soccer, and without that, then you know we're watching a whole different game. And I totally think half of it or some of it is psychological, just because they know what the expected outcome of this game is. That has to be in the back of your mind when you're down on the field right now.
Sort of like seeing a Bayern Munich or a Real Madrid come in. Not that we're comparing Ballard to these massive European clubs or anything of the sort, but in terms of the division, they've won every Northwest Division title they've played in. Again, Western Conference champions twice, national champions once. Have former MLS champions play matches for them.
Impressive.
They are the biggest club in the division, and they are that for a reason, but no club's ever perfect.
And we see Notska getting a nice speed walk in.
Seems to be a lot of that now.
Yep, we're
Good claim.
reactive.
Good claim by Ryder, but a little bit of a slow roll there. He's going to get away with it this time. Harding has swapped sides of the pitch. Couldn't draw a foul there. He looked for it. He stays down for a couple passes. That's another thing we were seeing here. I mean, the Midlakes, if they don't get their call, they seem to be staying down. And while they stay down, Ballard making 2, 3, 4 more passes, getting into another attacking setup.
I gotta say that's a pet peeve of mine. Just because as a teammate, when a teammate stays down like that, you're like, get up, please. And as a player, I always waited till the whistle.
And Ballard will win another free kick opportunity. Taking this one quick. Dale over the ball. Now to reset, recycle, and reshuffle their build-up. Apollinar. Looking for it, and he'll get it again, and this time it seems the referee will go to his pocket. Not sure which he's going to issue the yellow card to yet, but it will be a dangerous free kick for Ballard here.
I feel like it might have been Escalante, but
I agree. That was my suspicion as well. First yellow card of the match coming here in the 40th minute.
we got 2-wall.
2-wall, now moving into a 3.
2-wall, frantically setting up again with this organization. Just seems kind of wash and go a little bit with Midlakes right now.
And Magana will be the recipient of the yellow card.
Oh my god.
Captain and striker. That ball played up, dealt with well by Angel Martinez. The center backs today have had a couple of lapses, but Martinez so far throughout the season, Tommaso Casade as well, had strong performances so far throughout the season, but not really having much of an opportunity to really put themselves on display this afternoon.
Silent heroes, you know? It's not glamorous work, but they do.
Few little extra touches there, trying to find a lane. Midlakes kind of setting up a triangle over there in the area, dealing with the pressure at the moment. And as soon as I say that, it breaks down. In the way now, dealt with by Barry. Could it be cleared out? No, strong there by Dale, keeping possession for Ballard. Leaving his feet inside the attacking boxes. Yeah, it worked out for him. Apollinar dealt with away again, but still in danger. Midlakes haven't won a second ball in the entire scrap. Briscoe. Ballard getting out of jail free 3 or 4 times in a row. Inside the Midlakes box, chipped ahead now. Ingman couldn't get on it, and neither could Spats, and it's going to go out for a goal kick.
Our final 5 of this half. We don't know quite yet how much stoppage time we have. I feel like it'll be give or take a minute because of that knee issue we had.
Well, with 3 goals, Buezo going down, we'll get a few minutes added on. Midlakes getting let off the hook there a few times. And Ballard making a mistake.
Step 2.
Right on cue. It was a Midlakes mistake instead, then unfortunately for
Ballard
the ice
is
blue crew.
Ballard's winning this game. Mostly, I think, because the 50-50s. I've just seen so many, the pokes and the headers and going in between have disoriented Midlakes, you know, and it's like messed up their plan of attack. Just being scrappy, you know, and kind of making it less organized. They've done such a good job at throwing Midlakes off.
They've certainly been dominating a lot of the off-the-ball statistics. Like you said, second balls and 50-50s, possession, shots on target. May have in here another one. Set up, cleared a wave wonderfully there. I believe it would be Eiji Hara with the block. But only as far away as Ballard will allow them right now. Really looking to step on the throat of Midlakes United right now. Buezo going in sliding, but
Taking
can't
a page
retain.
out of Ballard's book.
Midlakes will get a block in and then leave so much space open for Joe Dale. And it's going to go across. It'll be a corner.
Okay.
Danger there. Midlakes United is certainly playing with fire. And they're wearing pants made out of gasoline.
Yeah, I think they're doing exactly what Ballard wants them to do.
Absolutely.
So that must be fun for the guys in orange.
Looping headed in, and it's cleared off the line wonderfully. Tommaso Casadei giving Midlakes United a lifeline when they desperately needed most. Now can they set up a counterattack as their first opportunity, and it's just behind Eiji Hara. They needed that. Wonderful play by Tommaso Casadei is not rewarded by his teammates. And it looked like Eiji Hara is really putting himself out there on the line in a way he probably doesn't necessarily want to. He's really taken one for the team today.
Poor guy. Right in the gut.
We attempted to mash some bangers last week, and it seems like Ballard FC just accomplished that task.
Oh.
He's having a rough day.
Oh, buddy.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that could be
buddy.
done for him at the moment. As we are going to hit the
so
final few
sorry.
seconds of the first 45.
Just kicking him while he's down.
You feel for him.
That if that doesn't explain how this half has gone for Midlakes.
That is a very,
Don't
very
quite know what else
accurate
does.
display for how it has gone.
And we see Ryder coming over, bringing him water, picking his teammate up. Looks like we're just gonna catch his breath here.
About to find out how much additional time we shall be having. You feel for the Midlakes left back.
Yeah, everyone's just
Second season with the club.
giving him his time. He is still, that must have been a hard kick.
It was a full cross that he took. And it was a direct hit. Umpire says 2 balls, 1 strike. Eiji Hara played and started in 8 games last year. All 8 of his appearances in the league were starts.
And he started in all of our games this year.
So far.
The referee has added a minimum of 2 minutes additional stop time for the end
2
of the first half.
minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes of the announcement has come for 2 added minutes, and it's come in the about 90 seconds after the 45. So probably play a few more seconds at the end of this.
Oh, you don't
Minute?
think he was saying 2 minutes from now?
I guess he could have been, yeah.
We'll see.
See if Midlakes can get a little jolt of life added into their.
Right across the touch
Second.
line there. I don't know if that it went out, but unlucky for Ballard, but lucky for Midlakes because we're going to get some forward momentum, hopefully.
Be the first time we've seen Midlakes really playing in this third of the pitch for a good portion of this matchup, and it lasted for all of 4 seconds, and there's the answer to our question. The added time was
From
given
45.
on the official scoreboard, but not really given on the pitch. We
All
played
right.
45. Ballard FC lead by a score of 3-0 over Midlakes United, and well, you would almost have to expect some wholesale changes coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, I totally would, but you know, I expected that last week when we had kind of a stagnant first half against Portland, and they just stuck with the plan. So it's Felix Vu is gonna surprise us. We'll see what he has. I hope he tries something new, just because this is a game where the outcome is pretty predictable at the beginning, and that'll get to the player's head. So if you have that against you, why not roll the dice? You know, I'd love to see that. And I think from Midlakes, we just saw that they weren't that eager to counter, and less stepping to the ball, just enthusiasm because of, I think, the psychological aspect of this game. What about you? What do you think of the half?
Well, I certainly agree with you on your point about the counter attacks seeming to be a step behind and just not organized. Multiple times we saw a counter-attacking opportunity for Midlakes United where either one player came across with no support, or they just had a 4-on-4 where the counter-attacking opportunity was presented. But the back line is set so much further deep than the midfield that the counter-attack really have never had a lot of opportunity to come to fruition or come to life and result in anything. And that's why we're sitting here with Midlakes United registering only one shot and no on target for the first 45.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some coaches will prefer that the back line pushes up as far as they can to the 50, as close as they can to the 50 on the counter, just to get the ball in that half of the field, you know, so that if we do end up losing it right away, at least we lose it farther from our goal. But hasn't been much vertical movement facilitated by Midlakes. Love to see that next half. Hopefully these 15 minutes.
Definitely understandable. I feel like it's definitely understandable to sit back a little bit. We do know how high-powered this attack is.
And fast
for
and strong.
Ballard. They're very good. They're in the position they are in for a reason. So you do kind of have to respect that. They are down 3 goals.
And they've been seriously threatened by the fast break offense, so that it makes sense why they're in the low block. I think the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So I'd love to see a new approach, but understandable if we want to just keep going with the classic.
Well, it is halftime. We're going to turn it over to Jeremy for the halftime show, assisted with Alex Ramirez. And we will join you guys back here for the second 45. We'll be back with substitutions, kickoff in just a few moments. All right, we are back for the second half. We're going to have a few changes for Midlakes coming into the side. As expected, Magana will be off. Changes in the defensive line, changes in the midfield. Likely seeming a full change in formation. Ballard, it seems they're going to come out with the same setup for the clubs. No changes for the visitors.
Don't know why they would change anything.
That is true, yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We are underway here.
Amazing aggression right off the bat from our midfield, Jack Ryan, Jeremiah, and Escalante. And a great get on that with the header. I like this forward movement here.
Swarming around the ball.
Number 29, Barry. And entering number 12, Mikey Sherlock. Also for Midlakes, leave the match number 20, Francisco Magana. And entering number 9, Alex Bazia.
A little momentum tumble there. I don't know if I'd call that full intentional foul. Weird spot to have a kick. Ballard did have one earlier, and you know their connection has just been so good they don't need to be sending these long balls in behind the back line.
For sure. Substitutions, as you may have heard Alex Ramirez shout out here, but just to reiterate in case you couldn't hear the stadium address, Habib Berry and captain Francisco Magana will be coming off the pitch and be replaced respectively by number 12, Mikey Sherlock, and number 9, Alex Bazia. Bazia scored and assisted away at Tacoma Stars. Going to need some of that tonight.
Definitely, it takes a special person to be able to consistently put them in a net, not to mention in a hard game against a top-tier defense like this.
And we are going to have a few rolling touches from the Ballard defense. The sides have switched, but the play is still on the same half. Good turn there from Zememphis. And Ballard still maintaining some strong control here in the midfield and in the back defensive line. They can just kind of pass the ball around the back half here and just wait for that clock to tick up to 90 if they really wanted to, but that's not the Ballard FC we know. Briscoe making another turn again. Briscoe's certainly been a standout player tonight. Be putting a star next to his name on the scorecard. Scored a goal, little backflip celebration he did. Certainly one for the highlight reel. And we're going to reset and do the same thing again. Lots of passing around from Ballard. Heading through again. Good step from Bazia. And it's going to come out to absolutely nothing. A great recovery there from Amon to immediately put the ball across the touchline and give Ballard a chance to set up their defensive positions.
I'd love to see some of our go-tos, our fundamentals here from Midlakes. Hopefully we're getting started here. You know, just what Ballard was doing in the beginning, the up, back, and throughs, the short, longs, the stuff like that. And if you can prove you can do that, then you can get fancy on the offense. But those classic connections are really where you're going to start building the possession confidence.
Just taking a little bit of extra time on the ball there. Sherlock going to turn it around and give it back to him. Midlakes is now being captained by Jack Bryan Jeremiah, with Magana being substituted at halftime for the second match in a row. Natska really rearing back and trying to put a long shot in there and just give Midlakes a fighting chance, but never putting any pressure on Lanphier without attempt.
Yep. So far, nothing on the ground at the goal for Midlakes. Not much at the goal overall, but we do have a tall keeper in Lanphier, and so make him bend over a little bit is what probably Felix Vu is saying. And Eiji Hata was instrumental in the first half, if anything, just his grit.
Amon now with a nice touch, looking for a setup, headed away, right into his face. Spats' shot, good following run there from Spats. And now Christian Ingman trying to get it through. Some traffic, couldn't get past Jason Boizo, and Midlakes will regain possession. A dangerous run there from Amon and Spats. Could have resulted in a fourth goal for Ballard. A little quiet BFC chant starting to run through Bellevue College.
I was hearing some chatter about that around the water cooler, or aka the food truck. Did you hear the only 3 Ballard fans chanting so loudly? Okay. Scoreboard.
Picked up by Fred. Trying to see if there would be anything different. A lot of rolls out to his teammates in the first half. Still trying to build up from the back is Midlakes United. No success with that yet.
Always stopped short by a loose first touch like that.
Tough here. Headed forward. Hada plays it off the backside of his teammate. And just like the end of the first half, they're really struggling to get the ball outside of this horseshoe around the 18-yard box.
Just chasing the play right now.
Hammond slicing through, trying to find an incisive pass, but
2 on him there.
nothing doing. Midlakes still can't quite break, only 2 players forward again. Just the 2 strikers across the halfway line. Very common theme for the afternoon.
Yeah, this press hasn't been that great, in my opinion.
Give your child a chance to train with Midlakes coaches.
Ballard, just the way they switch from offense to defense so abruptly, I think is very, can be attributed, their success can be attributed to that. You just saw it there when their back line got it. It almost like the demeanor changed, the body position changed. The way they switched to attack mode is so different. You know, they're playing two different styles when they're offense and defense, whereas Midlakes is kind of just playing the same game overall, it feels like.
Good step there by Buezo. It looked like he tried to get in position for somebody to give the ball back to him, but was ignored and tried to find Bazia instead. He's going to go right back to the Midlakes, or to the Ballard defensive line. Buezo showing a little bit of fight still.
And we're a little outnumbered on this press here. Space in the midfield just being awarded to Ballard.
Not even having to work for it at this point in time. A lot of walking and lightly jogging. Midlakes
Almost like they're picking their battles, which isn't the way to play.
They are certainly picking their battles, but not quite showing up to the fight at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not certain which battles they are picking to fight.
Bazia trying to put something in the way, but it's almost all on its lonesome there. And now they can go forward. Mendez can hold it up a little bit and find Oman. Spats dribbling through traffic. Too many blue shirts around him. Probably should have looked for a teammate there. His teammate finds him instead. Now Zamimfez gonna wind up from deep, and he's gonna put it over the bar. And I'm not quite sure how he got it to pop off the net and then go higher, but
It's a laser.
I will take it. Midlakes getting let off the hook again. Richie Amon.
Gonna go long here for the first time in a little.
Gonna see who can pick out today. It's gonna be Christian Hingman who gets ahead to the ball first.
Nice touch
Midlakes
there.
winning a second ball for the first time in a while, trying to find Jason Buezo, but a little bit off target as the pass from Alex Natska. Little strong defense there. Casadei
Still weak on the pass.
couldn't keep a hold of the ball.
Well, that was the pace of the ball there. That's
Yeah.
what did them in. Go to.
Low energy opening 10 minutes of the second half for Midlakes, I would say.
Yeah, not eager, not organized.
Cheap foul given away there in the midfield by the Ethiopian internationals, Memphis.
I hate to be blowing so much shade on Midlakes, but they're just not playing to their potential right now. They're not playing their game that they're good at.
There's a good run from Buezo. If he can get on the end of it, he does. Touchdown, but I think he's going to go across for a goal kick, and he's going to be awarded a corner instead. Should have had a little bit more patience there. Third corner of the match so far for Midlakes United. And they need to do something and do it quick. They're going to set up. It looks like they're certainly going to give the offer for a short corner, but I'd be very surprised they take it short here. Got a little bit of energy coming from the crowd here for us, and then the baseball game being played behind us might have gotten a bigger reaction. Not the best delivery on that corner, and
A little flat.
Ballard will get a chance to go. Mendez could have gone by himself. Instead, he's going to take an elbow there and slow down the play for Ballard. Midlakes have made 2 substitutions at halftime, but we haven't really talked much about them. Mikey Sherlock's in the match, but hasn't made much of a difference in the midfield. Bazia's put a few steps of pressure on the ball. He is right now as we speak, but nothing coming from either substitution yet. The substitutions have been very effective for Midlakes United so far in the regular season and in the preseason matchups. That ball sent way out to nobody but Briscoe.
Sherlock definitely hasn't been as present as I felt Barry was in that position.
Crossing in, finding Sherlock right on cue. All we should do is talk about him, and it's going to start working. Hammond now can control and find Ingman. They're co-captaining today. Not an option you see too much in football, but we do things a little bit differently here in the Seattle area.
And we're still in this low press, giving him so much space to set up and literally just run up to take that perfect long ball.
Briscoe tried to flick it on, but the ball was already essentially completely out of play from Mungumba. And if you look right now at the scoreboard, you would expect Midlakes United to have the higher work rate, but if you could see everybody on your screen all at one time, you would see 1 of 11 blue shirts running at the second, and that's just not going to overturn a deficit, especially when your competition is at the level that Ballard FC seemed to be today.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of fight, kind of like irritation, I guess, as an opponent with your current situation to really have the power to go and change that, you know, or else you're just doing what Midlakes is doing, which is kind of watching it pass by, going through the motions, playing dummy D.
Nice pass here. Gonna find Oman. Flag stays down. And no shot registered there. Oman chose to dribble, couldn't find a teammate there too. And again, just 2 shirts forward for Midlakes, 2 players, 2 bodies against the entire back line of Ballard FC.
That's the other issue with this low press. We were saying earlier at the end of the first that it does make sense because of the successful fast break offense from Ballard, but just getting numbers up right now is going to be difficult if we're stuck in this low press at transition moments. You're going to be sprinting up to the other half.
Just half an hour remains. Mungumbo is going to be called. Come through the back of Sherlock in that position. A few more bodies are getting forward now, but no one's making any runs for the passes to be picked out. Boiso's pass chested immediately across the touchline by Luke Hammond.
Boiso's going to take our throw in. Looking to the middle, I think. Can't find any.
Everybody's standing still. It's hard to take a throw in if your teammates aren't going to really help you out. Midlakes need to make some, not even changes in personnel, but just mindset changes, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that can be done right now for Midlakes is just to confuse Ballard a little bit. We can start playing out of their positions. You know, these are good soccer players. We can start moving around a little bit, just staying in the same spot. It isn't going to do much right now.
Absolutely not.
Especially since it hasn't done much so far.
Martinez is going to take a few soft dribbles. Find a teammate close by. Bazia just overpowered by Ingman, and now Ballard, I should say. Amon in the box. Good step over Amon, and a strong challenge there by Tommaso Casade is going to send it out for a Ballard corner. And that is about outside of the double save by Ryder, the best that Midlakes United's got for putting themselves in a shop window this afternoon. Good tackle by the Midlakes center back.
I agree. He seemed very proud of that one, too. Saw a little flex.
Amon's had a good game. Has an assist, yet to register a goal, but that one going to go through. Ooh, and Mungumbo on a rebound, on a half volley, sends it into the back of the net, and that seems to be the knockout punch, as the entirety of the Ballard bench is now ready to go in the substitution position, and the Bayer Leverkusen youth player has registered his name on the score sheet today in the 61st minute. Ballard FC now have a 4 goals to nil lead.
Yeah, this is a position. I think Midlakes is completely falling apart in the chaos, and that is expected, but it's also chaos is expected in sports, and so you have to know how to deal with that and how to roll with the punches and adjust your game plan. I think the 4th goal is, you know, it's a lot. That's over a hat trick. To recover from 4-goal deficit, that is a lot.
That feels like it might be the nail in the coffin today. Wholesale change of 7 substitutions in 1 window coming on for Ballard. We'll catch you up in a second with all of those changes.
And that's all of their subs available for the rest of the game.
Whole bench has cleared out, and it is the return of former Midlakes player, UW man Zach Ramsey, to Bellevue College. Be in the Ballard midfield and wear the number 11 on your screen today. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year just a couple seasons ago for high school. Put in a few good shifts from Midlakes United last season.
Probably putting in some more good shifts for Ballard FC this season.
Made 9 appearances, 2 of which were starts for the upstart blue and purple side a year ago. Now has joined the dark side, some would say. Calls for the referee to do something about that, but only coming from the stands.
Yeah, the space between Midlakes midfield and 3 strikers right now is 2 or 3. It looks like 3. That might be a midfielder coming up.
Ramsey giving a little bit of a look at that one, popping up the ball, and the Ballard essentially second teams looking to put Midlakes United to the sword for good. Seems the only players who are staying on the pitch for Ballard tonight are going to be Mungumba, Ingman, Zemenfres, and Demenfez, and obviously the keeper, Lampierre.
Notska goes down, hoping to draw the foul there, gets some sympathy from the ref. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Cruz now on the ball.
Leaving the match, number 14, Joe Dale. Entering number 18, Kinawal. Leaving the match, number 17,
and these are the points in the games where the coach of Ballard, if we were in a rec soccer game right now, the coach would be saying everyone has to touch the ball before you can take a shot. So that's where we're at right now, and obviously we're there because Ballard put in their second string basically. I mean, if anything, give Midlakes a little bit of confidence because these are less skilled compared to what they've been facing the rest of the whole match, but
and
kind of an insult to Midlakes, or not kind of, an insult to Midlakes, and just kind of rubbing dirt in the wound of this game to put in your second string.
Keeping the legs fresh, the first string. The fixtures are going to start coming thick and fast now that the season's really getting underway full swing. There's no more preseason games left on the calendar for any of the sides. The last one was just played this weekend across the other side of the city.
Nice touch from Zach Ramsey. He's moving all over the midfield right now.
It's going to be a busy weekend in USL too. We'll take a look forward at what matches are coming up here in the next few days towards the end of the match. But that was going to go out of play, just dribbled across the touchline. Still all out of sorts here for Midlakes United today.
Yeah, if anything, if I was Felix right now, I'd be trying to help him finish with dignity. It'd be nice to get something on the board.
They certainly need to put something in the net. As it stands right now, Midlakes United would fall to a -6 goal differential on just 1 point.
Wow.
Keeping them off rock bottom of the table is Olympia, who have yet to secure a point. But Olympia will play tomorrow, so everything could change. Olympia will head down to Portland to face off against Portland Bangers. So this is the only
Good
match in
luck to
USL
them.
2 tonight. All eyes on it.
Ballard has
Heavyweight bout.
Ballard's expertly just squeeze this field for Midlakes. You can see they're probably using like 2/3 of it. I guess they're spreading out a little bit more, but just the constriction that they're able to, the manipulation of the constriction that they're able to do is really impressive.
Cruz can cross it on. He finds Rafi Otero there. His shot's well off target.
That was Zach Ramsey.
9th shot registered for.
That was Ramsey on the shot.
Ooh, apologies.
Yeah.
Correct,
okay.
It was Ramsey, for sure.
They got similar hair.
Certainly in the little similar barbershop visits for the two men. Bazzi, the striker's got to go all the way back and find Casadei and reset for Midlakes again. More Midlakes players going forward. Now Sherlock's got a chance to win. He does. No call from the referee. Bazia now can find Boizo in space, and he's going to go down. It'll be a dangerous free kick for Midlakes United, and you have to think they almost certainly need to take a shot here. What?
Yeah, I would get it on frame. Depends what the wall is looking like. You know, if we have a little wall and we have more man marks, then I would put a shot on. But if we have a bigger wall, then I would try to chip it behind the wall and get a little tap in. And just because that way you don't have to risk. It's not all on the shooter or the taker of the free kick. It's on the people who get on the end of it.
It seems like it won't be Natska, whose free kick hit the bar away at Tacoma, and it looks like it'll be Mikey Sherlock standing over in the Midlakes number 12 shirt. A little reminiscent of Bailey Leatherman last year, was the captain and free kick taker for Midlakes, also wore the number 12. Sherlock's shot is going to go over the bar and never really threaten the frame.
Too bad. That was...
Took it rather quick.
He did take it rather quick. Took it like it was a free kick farther back in the field.
See what Ballard want to do now. Isaac Ketchum left in all kinds of space with Cruz. Seems to be a clear avenue if the visitors needed a fast break. Gonna go to the other side of the pitch instead and run into an A.G. Hada. Looking for a little bit of redemption.
A.G. Hada has had a day. I heard, again, at the water cooler, I heard some guys being like, I bet A.G.'s so mad right now in the locker room at halftime. And so I was expecting a lot more out of him this half. He still has time, but I was expecting a comeback story.
The fullbacks have definitely put in a shift today. Hada and Harding are doing their part to try to keep Midlakes in this matchup, but every mistake that's been made
has been capitalized on.
100% has been capitalized on.
They're just really good at sniffing out when that's about to happen.
Ketchum,
or I guess forcing it.
finding Otero, a nice sliding tackle, but nobody else can recover and help the teammate out. Good effort there by Mikey Sherlock to try to give his team an opportunity to get back on possession of the football and run into the official there, but it'll be no drop ball. I think the ball actually made contact with the highlighter, but Buezo, or I should correct myself, it's Harding.
First fast break we have for Midlakes here.
He's gonna go down a little too easy. He's never gonna get that call. Desperately trying to get one on the score sheet. The referee just says, come on back.
Desperately.
Play. Not likely to get that call very often in a matchup like this. Now Cruz can go. A little bit of pace he's trying to show off there, but Boizo keeps up with him well. Layoff played there. Now Isaac Ketchum again.
All, let's see, 9 Midlakes players hovering just around the 18-yard box and just waiting for an attack. Not trying to stop it.
Cruz back to Memphis. Otero with a nice little save there by Fred Ryder. Now shot put on frame, but distance. A little bit of pace on that shot from Otero. State champion in Washington with Lakeside. Trying to be a national champion in USL 2 with Ballard. And that'll be a goal kick. Midlakes United are gonna get possession back. I'm over here racking my brain trying to find a way to make a Pokemon reference with Isaac Ketchum's name, but I just haven't been able to do it yet.
You know, I've never Pokemoned.
Neither have I.
Oh.
Just know the character name.
Okay. So
It's
you
not
know
really
more than I do.
not really a canon that I'm very familiar with, but I suppose that'd be why I'm struggling to make the joke, you know? This is Memphis trying to clear it away, but Buezo's just a step behind. And here comes Isaac Ketchum to Cruz. Solid cross in, but nobody can get on the end of it. It's gonna fly out of play anyway. A few substitutions are ready to come in for Midlakes, so it looks like it's gonna be a 4 substitution window.
Or 6?
6 will have 1 remaining. You're just 17 minutes yet to tick away in this matchup tonight.
I'd love to see connection with the midfield and back line.
You can't say it was too shocking of a result right here, but you would love to have seen, especially given the way the match started in the opening 10 minutes, the Midlakes United to put up just a bit of a stronger fight for maybe even slightly longer and try to give some of these Bellevue fans something to cheer for. But now, Mounska can run, the flag will stay down. Holds it up, looking for a teammate. He's gonna find just the forehead of a Ballard defender.
It was a nice ball across the middle.
It was a very nice ball, yeah. Josh Harding just couldn't quite get to the end of it. Sun is nearly completely down. Or at least behind the tree line, I should say. A.J. Hada will play it forward. Midlakes are trying to get back into this and trying to get something on the score sheet. Now it's just not looking good for the home side. Another tough test coming in just a couple of days. The first ever home match for Snohomish United. It's Saturday at 2 p.m. on Sports Engine Play. Snohomish would have been top of the table if Ballard didn't score 4 goals today. They'll be level on points, but Ballard will be ahead on goal difference. And goals scored. Now Ballard already 12 put in the net so far this year.
That is impressive.
Nobody else even close to double digits.
That is so impressive.
Memphis has been a really strong controlling engine.
Yeah, we've said his name a lot tonight.
Good outlet for Ballard to build up here in that holding number 6 role. They're playing a 4-3-3. Pretty standard setup, you'd say, for the sport, but very effective so far today.
How do you feel about the 4-4-2 that Midlakes is playing in this game?
I feel like it has not worked out for them. I mean, obviously with the scoreboard it hasn't worked out for them, but as we said, it's always just been two people ahead of the 50-yard line, and a lot of space left open through the middle by the midfield. What do you think of the 4-4-2 today?
I like a 4-4 or 4-3-3 better just because of the balance. But it really depends on the players when you're deciding the lineup and what shape you're going to do. I think right now, what I would have done if I was Felix Fu was switched to a 4-3-3 or even something like with a 5-back would have been enough. Just because they have been struggling a little bit defensively in those moments of weakness and transition.
Certainly feel like an extra defensive body would have been quite useful for them today, but
Yeah, I also just think having 2 up top is not good when you are trying to get, if you're in a game like this where he's like, it's maybe not realistic that we're winning, but it's realistic that we could get something on the board. If you're trying to get something on the board against a top defensive team, then you can't have 2 up top. It's just not enough bodies.
Otero's drawing 3 Midlakes defenders with his run. No call from the referee. I guess he got just enough of the ball there. Mungumbo.
Midlakes sitting back on this.
Not a lot of life being shown here. They've attempted to get back involved in the game. 77 minutes they've ticked away. 2 shots from Midlakes United so far. Lanfear has been able to do whatever he wanted. The WAC goalkeeper of the year has not had to make a single save. He's yet to be tested. 2 shots, none on frame in nearly 88% of the match. That ball flashed across the face of the goal by Cruz. Nobody get on the end. Would have been another easy tap in for Ballard.
Yeah, just the fact that Lanfear has had such a relaxing game speaks so much to the strength and the composure of the Ballard back line. I was observing that earlier. That is really the backbone, the spine of their team and why they're doing so good. The back line is just consistent and strong, and they're going up 50-50s. And led by number 7 is our Ethiopian Mungamba.
Mungamba is the German.
Oh, German. Sorry. Apologies. Who's our Ethiopian player?
That would be Zemenfez.
Zemenfez. I apologize. Our German Mungana.
Mungamba is German international, Bayer Leverkusen.
Apologies.
Youth talent.
He has been running his defense very efficiently tonight and giving Lanfear a very relaxing, kind of boring evening.
You have to, a man of the match would be a little tough to decide for Ballard, but
I would think
maybe Kai Briscoe. Mungamba has, both of them scored a goal this afternoon. Half the starting back line leaving the match with a goal. Only one coming on set pieces. Easy call right there, giving away Alan Escalante. Probably a little bit of a frustration foul for Midlakes.
Yeah. You start getting tired, you know.
Escalante has played every minute of the USL 2 season so far.
Wow. And we're just getting into the final 10 almost here. And I'd love to see Midlakes. Ballard's just trying to keep a win, but Midlakes, I'd love to see him do something a little bit more than just take this loss. At least fight a little bit. We saw that scrappy foul. That's not what I mean by fighting. Definitely there's potential for fights in a score like this.
Hopefully we don't see any of that.
No, but I would love some fight in the play.
It's a derby match though, so things could get a little bit chippy. You didn't see any of that last year. Of note, I should say. And it'll go out for a Midlakes throw.
Midlakes fans, join us next
It
Friday,
honestly
June 6th at
seems
7
like
p.m. for our next
all
home match against
all
FC
22,
Olympia.
I'd say.
Come support the Lakers
18
as
out
we
of
look to
22
overwhelm
players on
those
the field right now are
Artesian
just thinking about their bed.
and give the Capital
Thinking
Club
about
a
what they're going to eat for
capital L.
dinner.
Get your tickets now at midlakesunited.com.
It would be quite a capitulation if Midlakes were able to turn this around and even take a point home, let alone 3. Would be quite the scenes. But there'll be a yellow card issued here. Just as we were saying, get a little scrappy here, frustrated, local rivalry. But fatigue does set in, and the yellow card's going to come out.
Yes, and I think I mentioned this last game. You never know what's being said down on the field. There's name calling.
That's true, yeah. I mean, there's always something being said. This is the 3rd meeting between these 2 clubs in USL League play, and Midlakes is still yet to take a lead.
Okay. Have they gotten a goal?
They lost 4-1, 2-1, and they are currently trailing 4-0. So the all-time scoreline would read 10 goals to 2.
Wow.
And he just controls it across the line, and the assistant referee sees it clearly. Not a lot of energy coming from the crowd from either side today.
No, definitely not. It looks like we only have 3 refs right now. I thought we started with 4.
We do have a 4th official. He stood over next to Alex on the sideline here. He just played the ball to him.
He's in a jacket.
He's just wearing his black jacket over.
Is this like our rules analyst, essentially?
He is so the 4th official will be essentially in charge of the time.
Oh.
The center referee would be in charge of it, like typically in USL, because we usually only have 3, but tonight the league granted us a 4th.
Nice.
Catch him. Plays it just over everybody's head, and Caden Wall, nothing he could do to get to the edge of that one. You shouted him out earlier this afternoon, but Caden Wall is the lonesome Western Washington University representative tonight. Making the trip down from Bellingham to play in Ballard. Quick drive down I-5.
And Ryder's going to go long on this one. Just try to keep the ball on the right side of the field for as long as we can. Just get the stats up at this point.
Just a tough day. Bazia can get on the end of this and try to go forward and get something into the box, but immediately has his pocket picked by Mungumba.
That was a pickpocket.
And
Good
Ballard
way to
will
put
get the
it.
ball. It seems to be not even just a foregone conclusion, but an ultimate conclusion at this point.
Yeah, it seems like Midlakes has accepted it. No one is standing out to me in blue that seems that unhappy, or I guess irritated, fed up, worked up.
Ramsey can run. Zach Ramsey, shots blocked away by nearly immediately after it leaves his foot. Kleeman and Martinez both there to put a block to it. Sherlock as well. Kleeman, Martinez, and Ramsey, the only 3 in that scenario that would have been former teammates. Martinez would not only be a teammate at Midlakes United, but also University of Washington.
Nice.
Good 3-ball played there, but the offside flag is going to come up. The 2nd time tonight that Ballard's been caught offside.
Hasn't seemed to hurt them too much.
I haven't seen much of it tonight. Could get on the end of this one, but Christian Ingman just too strong. Nice touches there with the head as well.
Yeah, he is. He's on every ball.
Christian Ingman, the only player in the Ballard roster to have been there since day 1. He's made at least 1 appearance in almost every single Ballard FC game ever played.
Wow.
At least that count towards USL too.
He's played the whole game tonight. It's obvious that he is our heart and soul of Ballard FC.
The first player to lift the national championship trophy was
Wow.
Christian Ingman. Was captain on that particular afternoon. Quite an honor.
Definitely.
He has yet to slow down this match. We said early on it would be tough to keep up this pace of play, but as you noted with the substitution windows and how deep Ballard seemed to be, that has not been the scenario. Now Cruz has got wide open space to run. See if he can pick out the run. He did, but just played a little too soft, and now Martinez can cover. Cruz is going to send a Cruz missile way over the bar, and that is going to be the 11th shot today.
Kudos to them for taking so many. I almost forgot that it was Ballard's 2nd string in right now. They're having a good time, you know. They're relishing in this
This is the
win,
home
and
stretch. We need
Midlakes
to make some
did
noise.
not decide to try to exploit the fact that they put in their less preferable players, I guess.
Very deep side. A lot of quality top to bottom, including the bench. There's a lot of players that didn't even be named to the bench this year. Kellen Rowe made an appearance for Ballard FC. If you're on the stream, I'm sure you've heard that name before. MLS Cup champion, CONCACAF Champions League winner with Seattle Sounders. Appeared for Ballard FC. obviously is not here tonight.
Ooh.
A little bit of a spinneroonie going on there. Shout out to Booker T.
And it is just taking everything in these Midlakes players to follow the ball around the field. 4 minutes to go.
And it has almost felt like this since the first goal win.
It almost has.
The first goal the first goal of the match is never a knockout punch, but tonight it certainly felt like at least a bit of a deflation in the hopes and dreams and the spirit of Midlakes. Cruz couldn't play it. He knew he was offside, wisely letting it run, and Ryder's going to claim it and find his teammate. Walls right there to stop. Really wouldn't have been much of a break opportunity, but one of the better ones that Midlakes has really had tonight.
Ballard making this field very small for Midlakes on the left side.
Definitely. Good little passing move from Midlakes there, but it didn't amount to much in the end. They still end up going back and finding Kleeman. Just the edge of the box. Little loose from Ryder. Now Zememphes, we know from this afternoon he's not afraid to take a shot from range. Hada nearly plays it with his hand. Cruz dribbling around, and what a finish by Cruz! Dribbling through 2 Midlakes defenders and putting it in on the low corner. What a shot, left-footed finish by Cruz, the substitution. Putting another shot past Fred Ryder today. A tough day at the office for his season debut, and that will be a 5th goal on the scoreboard. Another crooked number, and you can see the frustration coming from Fred. Just the punch straight to the midfield. Not even letting Ballard substitute.
The piano that fell on the shoulders. I mean, I think you said earlier the first goal was the ultimate deflation, but just now, just really rubbing it in.
Absolute.
But hey, they're letting them, so.
And now the reigning chants are starting to grow for Up the Bridges. Familiar sounds heard at Interbay Stadium or Memorial Stadium last year.
Midlakes looks to be in a 4-3-3 right now. Looks like we changed last minute.
Catch him now, a misplayed pass from Harding. First time we've really said that Josh Harding's made a mistake tonight. Well, phenomenal dribbling there by Cruz to get that last goal, and he's been a great substitution. You definitely felt his presence here on the wing since he came in. He really deserved his goal for the work he's put in off the ball and on the ball. Looks like he wants to go at it again. Another good move. He's going to run right at Harding, and Harding's going to shoulder to shoulder him there. If it was a closer game, that might be called. Certainly would have been a bit light. Bazia.
Shoot.
Just a little behind. Another miscommunication as we take away the final few seconds of regular time. Despite 2 goals and several substitutions, I cannot imagine they officially had too much time on.
Yeah, I don't think that would be
Fans, at the conclusion of the match, as a reminder, entering the pitch is still strictly prohibited. Only players, staff, and officials are allowed onto the playing area at all times. Thank you for your cooperation.
And it seems Ballard is less interested in a 6th now, as they just...
or a whistle.
And here it goes, no added time whatsoever. And that'll be as the final whistle blows. Ballard FC 5, Midlakes United 0.
Midlakes United 0. Fans, join us next Friday.
Those who seem invincible have proven so.
Yep.
The boys from Ballard remain unbreakable just one more time. Will now go top of the table. As Midlakes United will stay second bottom of the table but fall to the worst goal differential in the Northwest Division, now boasting a -7 differential already on the young season.
Definitely a hard night to watch, but you know, as I said in our last loss, how we respond to adversity is really what defines us as a team. So there's the moments where you're going to say, who are we? What do we have to look forward to, Ethan? Chances for redemption.
Our chances for redemption are going to also be tough. We're going to go to the other unbeaten side in the Northwest Division, as we stated earlier. We have head away for the inaugural home match for Snohomish United here on the 1st. Midlakes will head to Snohomish and look to try to be the first team to take points off of them. After that, our next home broadcast will be on June 6th, where we host FC Olympia, who are currently sitting bottom of the table. No points and only 1 goal scored so far in this young campaign. So certainly got to expect there'll be 3 points on the table for taking next time we're playing in Bellevue College. But a rough night at the office. It almost felt like one to forget.
Yeah, almost felt like this was a 50-50 loss, you know. Midlakes could have done more, but I think there's so many factors other than just the soccer being played on the field in front of us, and that's really what's happening, you know. I'm looking forward to the next Midlakes home game just for a little bit of a more even match, or a less distributed match, and some confidence. I'd love to see some confidence. We haven't had a win since our first preseason game, and that was it was good. We started off on a great foot. I was like, this is awesome. I feel great. Hasn't been great for the past few games, but we have hope.
Tough start to the season. Certainly need to give some shout outs today. Might have been a tough day at the office for Midlakes, but only because of how wonderfully organized the Ballard backline seemed to be today. Kai Briscoe, Mungumba, I apologize, both finding the back of the net as well. 5 goals, 4 coming from the starting lineup. Spats and Dale as well chipping in, and then Cruz right at the end. Both sides clapping off those who remained of their support. All of the Midlakes players forward facing the crowd, with the exception of one, as Ryder dealing with a bit of a minor crash out towards the end, but
it'll happen.
What are you, for silver lining's sake, what is one takeaway that Midlakes could be positive spin on and try to build forward, as now the Ballard celebrations have spilled into the beer garden? You're not going to find any Rubens in there, boys.
Nope.
Post-doc only.
One silver lining for Midlakes, I would say, just as I said earlier, how you respond to adversity is really what defines us, because that's when you don't have control or your composure emotionally, and that's when you really see who you are as a team, how our players build each other up, lift each other back up, and those responses will ultimately be what brings us to the wins. So I think that is our silver lining, is just working on lifting up after this game. Goldfish memory, little Ted Lasso reference there. On to the next.
I love it. Oh, well, and as you say, very fitting into there, on to the next. For Maggie Blome, I've been Ethan Callahan. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'll see you here on June 6th. Have a good evening.